So now we go on to Raka, which is one that I've really been interested to see how you'll react to. So Raka, your stuff is at Arrow's Point, which is a couple days ride from Pondar. So if you guys want to start, so do you want to go there next?
I'm putting my backpack towards the front of my body while I'm riding the horse.
Okay.
Letting baby Carlos take a look.
Baby, yeah. Okay.
Feeding him some rations, here's some food.
Okay, so as you're doing that, I'm going to make a roll. Okay, you guys make it there in record times. You are at Arrow's Point, which is kind of like it's a little mini military outpost. It's not quite a fort, it's kind of like a forward position. But it's also kind of one of the more northern points in Calgar where it's right on the edge of no man's land, which is why they call it Arrow's Point. It's also a very tall cliff that kind of ends in a bit of a point over the desert. So basically there's a small town there where you can get more information on your brand new crossbow.
I'm gonna look around and see if there's a bar.
Okay, roll. You do find more than a few bars.
I want to find the one that's the best bar.
What do you qualify as best?
The best beer, the best alcohol.
Alright, you found the one that's called the Empty Keg.
I go to the Empty Keg.
Okay. Alright, so you go into the bar, the Empty Keg. Raka, what are you going to do while Sam is off getting drunk?
Do I know where to go?
You know that it's located in a general portion of the town. It's supposed to be inside some ruins. Yeah, you're just kind of in the middle of town, basically. There's people walking around, there's guards, there's military personnel.
So I'm going to kind of look around for, I guess, the closest thing that I have, as far as navigating where I'm supposed to go. All right, well then, if that's the case, I'm gonna go to the bar with Cham.
Okay.
Start chatting people up.
Les and Mick, are you guys gonna tag along?
Sure. Yeah, I'll try to find some beautiful ladies to mac on.
I'm gonna be at the bar. I'm gonna go to the bartender.
All right, you go to the bartender. Hello there, laddie. Would you like some scotch?
Oh, that sounds awesome. Can I get something for the little guy?
He assumes that you're talking about the turtle and not Mick. I'm just saying, you gotta be a little bit more specific. You gotta know him in the party.
Yeah, I'm pointing towards the dragon, the turtle.
Okay. Sure, I can take care of that. And he puts down a little bowl full of tap water for the turtle, and then he gives you a scotch in exchange.
I'm gonna see if the turtle is able to do some kind of thing to infatuate, cute. And just
Are you gonna try and persuade him for a lower price on the scotch?
Well, I'm gonna try to use the turtle.
Okay, I'll give you a +1 advantage to that roll persuasion.
Which is a 5.
Okay, so it's a 5. So no, he's making you pay that 20 silver.
Okay, I'll put the 20.
Alright, you paid the 20 silver.
Oh, I'm fucked.
Oh yeah, no, you are blasted. You passed out at the bar.
No, I'm gonna be room please. And I put a gold.
He hands you a room key. You don't necessarily know what type of room it is, but there is a room. Cham, you're gonna go up and presumably crash with your new baby turtle?
With my baby turtle. I'm gonna crash.
Alright, you go crash upstairs. Hoden, Les, and Nick, you are all still at the bar.
I'm gonna go hit on that hot-looking black chick over there.
You need to roll perception to see if there's actually one on the bar. Roll to 14!
Some chocolate.
You find a mulatto chick. That's the closest you're gonna get. Also, she's a dwarf.
I want a dark chocolate. Nah, I'll pass. I don't want a midget.
Not quite. I mean, she's not a gnome. She's like 4 feet tall. She's also got a 5 o'clock shadow. So, you don't find that. However, you do find what appears to be a relatively attractive woman. However, she's an elf, and she's also wearing a hood. That's the most attractive thing in this bar. Again, it's a military outpost. Any piece of ass is already being destroyed by 3 different things.
Alright, I'll take what I can get.
Fucking truth.
Alright, so you go up to the elf. So, alright, so you go up to the elf woman.
Alright, roll d20.
So you roll, that would be a charisma roll.
11.
And your charisma is?
16.
Okay, I'll say that's enough. She looks over at you. I figured wearing the hood would make it so that nobody would notice me. I guess I was wrong.
Oh no, I can notice your beauty from a mile away.
Do you want to buy me a drink?
Anything for you, gorgeous.
No, he's he sees lesbian talking to somebody, and he just kind of slides in, in typical cockblock fashion. Yo, you guys know where I can find some old shit?
Make a charisma roll to see how smooth you do this.
That's 12.
12, although you do manage to sneak in enough and get the question off, and she does hear you. So she looks back at you and says, there are some old elven ruins to the south of the town. People haven't gone inside them for a long time, and they rumor has it that there is something in there that's magical that people have been trying to get but haven't.
You've been very helpful. One more question. Anybody got a map?
You have a map. She marks the location on your map of roughly where it is.
Dope. He flicks her like a tiny little nugget of wheat on the house, and just kind of like walks out like finger gun. Yeah.
Pew.
You walk out like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3. All right.
What's Kane doing through all this?
I've just been watching this whole thing unfold. I didn't feel like I needed to interrupt.
All right. So you're gonna go with Hoden now to go investigate this, or are you gonna stick around and try and get some with Bash?
Well, Hoden's gonna
I'll
wait
go.
for his muscle. He's not stupid.
So Mick, are you gonna get anything to drink? Are you gonna party? Are you gonna try and get laid?
Let's try and get laid.
You roll perception.
Yeah.
All right. The hottest thing in the bar is the same thing that Bash is trying to fuck.
Oh, I bet I could steal it. Let's steal it.
All right, so now we have the same hot chick, and we have Kane and Bash are both trying to fuck her. So you guys are gonna have to both roll.
Don't have to beat much.
Oh,
Damn. You just got cock blocked by a midget.
Nuh-uh.
he comes in like the smoothest criminal you could imagine. Puts his arm up on the thing. He puts his hand out, and the bartender slides a beer down for him that was probably meant for somebody else, but he grabs it anyway and says,
You know, you're talking to a guy who owns his own donkey.
Can I punt that little son of a bitch across the bar?
you can roll for an attack of opportunity and try and kick him off the stool, yeah. All right, so, Kane, you're going to have to roll to see if you see this coming.
Oh
my God!
Fuck you!
Oh my God! So
This is-
Bash! All right, so Kane rolled a nat 20 and Bash rolled a 15. So what happens is that Bash, you try and do your best like Bruce Lee kick right to Kane's face, but Kane grabs your leg and throws you to the ground and then proceeds almost fluidly to just continue talking to this woman.
Sorry, sweetheart, trash has to be taken out sometimes.
What are you rolling that to do?
I'm doing it to kick him off again.
All right, Kane, roll. All right, well, now you're going to have to roll initiative with Kane because Kane can see it coming. So that's your initiative roll. So, Kane, you're going to have to roll initiative.
Listen, sweetheart, if you want to take this outside where there's less collateral, I'd be more than happy to challenge you.
I'd be happy to square up with you, you little runt.
Oh, I'm always game to play. All right, we're doing this. You want to do this? All right.
Yeah.
All right, roll.
Can I steal my woman?
Okay, so Bash is going to go first in the pecking order. So, Bash,
Ladies
what are you going to do?
I'll just whack him with my guitar.
Okay, that'll be an improvised weapon with bashing. So, roll to hit. You miss. Mick, it is your turn.
Does Bash have any special armor on?
No, he does not.
I'm gonna cast a targeted acid arrow to melt Vash's clothes.
Okay, roll it. Okay, that is enough to actually do it. So just roll whatever it is for damage for the acid arrow. Should be enough to disintegrate its clothes. 2d4. All right, 6. That is enough to disintegrate Vash's dress. He is now buck-ass naked.
Anytime, fire crotch.
You're gonna have to look for the pig shit in order to bury his face in it.
Okay, roll 1d20 for perception.
Yep. You find poo, you're not sure what animal it's from. So if you want to rub his face in it, you're going to have to roll strength to grab him and throw him down into it. Alright, Kane, you're going to have to roll against that. Okay, you do not. So he grabs you and pushes your face into what you can only assume is something from the excrement of a farmhand.
Yeah, nobody's gonna like a little midget that smells like shit now, huh?
Kane, are you going to roll to break free?
Sure, might as well.
Oh, and just like, go make me a sandwich.
Alright, Bash, you got to roll to keep him down there. Kane managed to wriggle free using the lubrication from the excrement. He is able to finally wriggle free of your grasp and get back up to his feet, although his face is now covered in poop.
Fly Freebird!
You're just on the sidelines with a light with like a match.
I got an idea. I'm gonna try an intimidation roll to scare Vash off because he doesn't know what he's getting into.
Okay, so how are you going to intimidate him?
Listen, buddy, I'm pretty much a god in these parts, so you might want to walk away before things get real bad.
Okay, Bash, you're gonna have to roll against that.
Oh wow, who would have guessed?
Okay, that worked. All right, so Kane, you have successfully intimidated Vash to the point where she runs off buck-ass naked into the streets.
Oh man, we lost our bard.
She'll be back eventually. The battle is over. Kane, so you're free to do whatever you want at this point. You can go back in the bar and
Clean yourself up, then go back to her.
Yeah, I'm
you
gonna
might
go
wanna
clean myself up.
You go back in and wash your face off and return to the bar, where the elven woman is still waiting for you.
I'm just gonna look at her and be like,
Sorry, sweetheart. I'm just not feeling it anymore.
You're blue balling the elf bitch? Okay, so she looks at you dumbfounded, not understanding what's happening because you were sending obvious signals that you wanted to bang her lights out.
Come back when you're ready for my magnum dong.
Alright, so she's just kind of like weirded out now and she walks away.
Barkeep, the strongest drink you've got.
Alright, here you go, laddie. He gives you a thing that looks to be black and bubbling.
How much do I owe you?
That'll be 75 silver.
I'm gonna give him 80. I'm gonna give him 85 and be like,
Keep the change, my good man.
Thank you, Sonny. Alright, so Hoden, I think you're the only one that's left actually doing something if you want to, or you just want to chill until morning when Cham wakes up.
Well, I think most of my party is gone. The muscle is sleeping balls deep in our new turtle, and fucking our lesbian ran away naked.
I guess since the rest of this day is shot, we'll just fast forward to the next day. So Lesbian has returned, wearing new clothes. Cham is now sober, along with his turtle baby. Velnos is still passed out in suspended animation upstairs.
I'm gonna pay another gold to the barkeeper to don't disturb. It's just one more night.
He says that you're good for another evening.
I'm gonna try to find somewhere where I could have some kind of container. I'm gonna have a container.
You want like a harness for it?
Like a harness for it, but it's gonna be a container that can hold water.
Alright, I guess you probably want to go to a blacksmith for that. There is one in town, and you do know where that is.
Okay, then I go in.
What do you need there?
Hello. I need a kind of like a backpack that holds water.
Oh, you want a turtle carrier. I made 4 of those last week.
How much?
10 gold.
Hoden places it on the counter. Anything for my little Carlos.
Okay. The blacksmith is so touched by your level of dedication to the turtle baby that he only takes 8 gold and gives you 2 back.
Oh, you want to carry on first?
Yeah.
I'm gonna run out. I'm gonna get a shit ton of water. I'm gonna come back and pour the water in.
All right, there's a river that actually runs through near the side of town, so you can go there.
Clean water for baby Carlos. Only for the nicest of water for our baby Carlos.
It's a river, so it's relatively clean. So it's gonna take him a day to finish the little carrier. So I don't know if you want to leave him with the sleeping Velnos as a guard turtle.
Oh yeah, well we'll leave him with Velnos for now.
Carlos gives you a salute with his little turtle foot. Then he proceeds to sit down on the bed and pull out a gat.
Hoden tosses him a guava. Yeah, Hefe. Eat up.
I'm gonna lean in, give him a kiss on the forehead, and leave him with 4 loco.
You can tell that the turtle is saying thank you, and it waits and you leave the room.
I'm gonna do like the crip hand sign. I'm gonna crip walk out.
Okay, all right, you do that. So now you guys are outside, so it's all 4 of you. So now you know where the ruins are, where to find Rocca's crossbow.
I want to go back to the blacksmith. There's certain adjustments I want to do with the.
Okay, you go back to the blacksmith. Okay, that's a very intricate request. That's going to be actually about. He's going to probably ask for more money for something.
I'll put in 10 more gold.
That'll cover it for that, but it's also going to take an extra day. 2 full days from now is when it will be complete. Now you guys have all met back up. You're outside of the empty keg, and you are ready to proceed to the ruins in order to get Rocca's crossbow.
All right, let's go.
All right.
All right, we're all here, so we can all proceed to the dungeon. So you guys go out, and you eventually, when you get far enough into the woods, you start seeing these kind of stone pillars, older structures that are kind of built in kind of what looks like a little bit of like an old city street, kind of. It looks like a dilapidated settlement that's been just overgrown by jungle. But you do see that there appears to be a building that's larger than the rest, and there is a hole that is an opening in the front. It is dark inside.
I'm following you. Sure, it's the thing you wanted.
Yeah, she marks the little X on the map with chalk. So I think that's where we're gonna go. She did say that people don't generally come back, man. So I don't know, man.
Who said this?
Kane's Cuddy over there, the little elf lady.
Oh, how was she, Mick?
Not ready.
Cock-blocked, lesbian, and then you bought the bitch, dude.
So you
Pinpoints, bro.
So you made me lose my clothes and you scared me off just so you can cock block her. What a waste!
I'm gonna slip Kane a gold piece.
Dude, that bring up G shit. Here, man, have a lolly.
Woo! You guys are all so retarded.
Kane, are you gonna eat that?
I'm gonna pop that right now.
Okay, roll Constitution. He rolled a nat 20. You bite the lollipop off at the stick, eat it, and then spit out the chunks of stick and say, "Fuck you, that wasn't good enough."
Damn.
Because that did not have any effect on you.
I'm just gonna put my hand on Hoden's shoulder, like,
I hate that midget, man. He just wasted frog spit lollies, man. That's not cool. I don't like that shit.
Hey, it was still delicious, man. Don't get me wrong.
It's not supposed to be delicious, man. It's supposed to make you open your mind, G.
Well, then give me another one.
I don't have another one. That was some good shit, man. For you, that should have been epic. You should have been, like, in space. You just start sifting around his grimy ass little bag that smells.
I'm gonna take my torch over to Les. Like, could you use fire hands to light this?
Light yourself, you dumb brute. Okay, fine, I'll light it.
I just got the dike to do this.
So the torch is now lit, and you guys are ready to descend into the darkness.
Cradle the boss, stroke the shaft, work the pipe, swallow the gravy.
No, man, I don't want to do any of that. That doesn't sound fun at all.
Pussy.
What are you talking? You don't even like penis at all, man. Like, you're all about the JJ like me. You have no room to talk, lesbian.
I mean, we are what we both eat, right?
No, that's not true for me, man. Totally not a pussy here.
Now you guys are ready to descend. You're in at the beginning of the cave. I've just rolled, so you guys managed to make it to the first part without having too much of an issue. Everybody roll perception. All right, so let's see here. All right, so Kane rolled. All right, so Kane is the only one that notices this, and also since he has night vision, he can actually see into the darkness. So he's probably going to be the one that's going to be able to warn you for any traps that come up. But you do see a raised floor plate that is directly in the center of the hallway.
Hey, guys, there's a little pressure plate there. I'd recommend not stepping on it.
All right, so you guys notice the pressure plate. You're able to get around it. So let's see what happens. Ooh, okay. The next one, you guys are going to go around the corner, and you find a group of 4 skeletons that you rolled initiative against them. So you're going to get an attack of opportunity because they haven't noticed you yet. Okay, so the 10 and the 9 go for one skeleton. That skeleton is dead. You just basically cleaved it in half. The 6 and the 2 go for the next skeleton. That skeleton is also dead. So you cleaved through 2 skeletons with your massive sword, and you poked the other one in the head a little bit. So he lost his head, but he can still swing with his arm.
So pretty much there's 2 skeletons left.
There's 1 skeleton and 1 without a head. Now these ones are aware of you, so you're gonna have to roll initiatives.
Okay.
Unless one of you just wants to run up and try and finish them off while they're still a little disoriented.
Well, nah. Hoden's gonna hide behind like a rock.
All right, roll for stealth for you though. Okay,
Yeah.
so
Yeah, that should work.
skeleton 1, which is the skeleton that is missing the head, is going to be able to go first. He's going to take some negatives, unless Vash can outdo that, and Mick as well. So Mick, you will go first. Then skeleton 1, then Cham, and then after that it will be Vash, and then skeleton.
Just because I'm hiding doesn't mean I'm not gonna attack.
Then you will be able to go first.
Kane.
All right. Well, then I guess that roll would be my attack roll from the hiding spot.
Okay, then you successfully are able to hit with your attack, whatever it might be.
It was the crossbow, so it's just gonna be a 1d4 for now.
All right, which one are you aiming at? Are you aiming at the one that has no head, or are you aiming at
No, the one with the head. Gotta have a big target.
All right, so you're aiming at the head as well?
Yeah.
So you are successfully able to shoot skeleton 2 in the head, and the arrow embeds in its skull, but does not knock its head off. However, it still does take 2 damage. So next one would have been Kane. Can't use his death from above thing since you guys are underground. So he's just going to roll with the pimp cane, which I believe is 1d10 damage. So he's just going to walk up and crack one of them with it. That does not hit, so that means that goes down to skeleton
The headless.
1. skeleton one, the headless skeleton, is going to take a minus, so he's going to try and swing, and Cham's the closest target, so he's going to try and attack you. So if that means he literally rolled a 1, so he actually misses and clangs his sword on the wall, and the vibration is enough to knock that arm off. He takes 2 more damage. That will hit. You just brutally murdered both of those skeletons. So this is going to be the last roll before you guys get to the end. So no, you were able to get through. So you make it to the last chamber in the dungeon. And in that chamber, you see that there appears to be a massive skeleton sitting in a chair, and one of its hands is holding a crossbow. However, it's a crossbow that you've never seen before. It's actually fairly big. It can hold it in one hand, but a man would probably hold it in 2. So it's basically a heavy crossbow, or it looks like one. But it also has a weird round apparatus up where the arrows should be that kind of houses it, and it looks like there's some tubes in it. It looks almost like a revolver.
Hoden just has a big grin on his face and he grabs it like a boo from Aladdin, picking like diamond up.
Okay, as you grab your new crossbow, the skeleton immediately bursts to life and stands up from its throne, grabbing at its crossbow. You're going to have to roll if you want to try and hang on to it or if you want to let go. You rolled a 6, you did not pull it away from him, so he has that. So this is a giant skeleton. So he is pretty hefty, so you're all going to have to roll for initiative against this guy. Alright, so it's going to go Raka, Bash, Cham, Kane, and then the skeleton. So, Raka, what are you going to do to start off?
Well, I'm going to probably, since I'm right next to him, I'm going to aim at it like, where's his knee?
His knee would probably be around where your head is.
Alright, so yeah, I'm going to aim at his knee with my rapier and just start kind of like sawing away at it real quick.
Okay, so you're going to have to roll. Alright, that will hit. Alright, so 1d6 plus 1, so you rolled a 6, so that actually is enough to... You stab him right through the knee and in through the bone, so you actually pop out a bit of his knee, so he's a little bit immobile now. He's probably not going to be able to move that well.
Yeah, fuck with your kneecaps, bitch, just like we in the Mafia. What's up? He's going to back up.
You're still within range, but you're at the edge of it.
Yeah, I'm putting distance and slowly. Hopefully he'll swing a champ.
Alright, so Vash, it's now your turn, so you can choose what you want to do.
I'm using my magic missiles.
Because it's stationary and because it's massive, I'm going to give you that.
Pew pew pew.
So that means it's 3d4s plus 1, or 3d4s plus 3. Alright, so that result was 8. So that magic missile attack actually blew that thing's ribcage. It's missing a couple of ribs. They fell onto the ground. They're massive. So now it is Cham's turn. Cham, that will connect. Alright, your secondary sword does not hit. Okay, you leave out both of that thing's legs and it falls to the ground and explodes into a pile of bones. It is dead. I was hoping that would be a bit more difficult. Alright, so the giant skeleton is no more and the crossbow is lying on the ground. It's ripe for the picking, Raka.
Yeah.
Raka, your new crossbow has a lot of abilities attached to it, and I'm going to go over these with you. So basically, the way it works is you have 6 arrows that go into each one of those chambers, or 6 bolts. So each one of those chambers is magically charged with a different type of damage. Like I said, there's 6 different kinds. So
Okay.
You have fire damage, you have ice damage, you have poison damage, you have lightning damage, you have armor piercing, and you also have LSD laced. And I believe the name for the weapon is called the Element Slinger. And in addition to that, this weapon also is hyper accurate, so it does not take negatives when doing aimed attacks or targeted attacks.
Alright, so no penalties for aim shots.
Yep. So that is your item, and now you all have your items.
Loot the king, the skeleton king.
He doesn't have a crown or anything?
14. All right, I'll say he does have a crown.
I'll take the crown since I did the killing blow.
You can have that crown, man. This fucking thing is dope.
Well, I touched the tip of his crossbow with the tip of my sword. Touchy tips.
All for one.
What does the crown have on it?
It's really just a standard crown. It's very ornate. It looks very old. It's kind of bent and messed up in certain places. Looks like it's been in there for a while.
How big is the Skeleton King's head?
Well, the skeleton is 12 feet tall.
Okay, so I could just his shit in my
Yeah,
my
you should be able to fit the crown in there. The crown itself probably...
No, I'm talking about his head as well.
Oh, you're stealing his head as well?
Yeah.
Okay, so with the head and the crown, I'd say that's probably like 40 pounds at least.
I'm gonna have his head just like the fucking owlbear head.
All right, so Raka, you now have your item. You other guys, you all have your item. And that means you're ready to go off into no man's land and meet Ishmael.
You know what? While we're at it, can we see? Can we wait and go to the town and wait a couple days for the shit?
All right, so you guys head back to town, and it's been about a day since you dropped that other stuff off because it was a little bit of a ride to the ruins. So you have one more day to burn in town, which you do. Cham, you are given your new baby carrier for the turtle, which is an old Cadillac with spinny wheels.
Dude, they fucking spin. With that little magic mesh box thing you got on there, let's pump some jams.